It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Watch the edge.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
So we got man. Check 24.
Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Ready, set, right. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the score. Shoot. Right there, 54, right?
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch the safety creep.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Jim. Kill.
Now Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You got it.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Go. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 56. Focus, defense, focus.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Get your swerve on. Shift. Check 37. Check 37. Check 3. Go.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for a 49er first down. Check 56. Bring it.
On first down, here's Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Win championships, baby.
Now it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to White. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, 49ers nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
it certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, 49ers nothing.
From the 27, Jackson got an open man. It's Washington. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Down, 56, 56. Rip left, rip left.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go one more. Hey, watch out. Check.
To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got a man open, that's Harry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Come on, set. Come on. Check. Watch 54. So don't say nothing. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Check. Crunch.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's caught. This is White. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Jackson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, catch is made by Harry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. Check 13.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Washington's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
That's trash. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got you. Check 43. Back. Watch twist.
Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the...
At the 36-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 25. Safe. Check 9.
To throw again is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Final play of the half. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby, all day.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. White's got a first down and more. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Here's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. No, no, no. Off, off, off. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 50. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
54. Let's see what you got. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Throwing, Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense.
Prescott. It's complete to Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And again, it's Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 54.
To the air again, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He hits White, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
54 Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got White here. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watch 54, watch 54. Target, 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 target.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On first down, it's Taylor trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the slack. Mike 56, Mike 56. Ready? 56, Mike 56, right there, 56.
On third down, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Under 10, under 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Joker, 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 Joker. 36, 36.
Now Jackson throwing again. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 26, check 26.
Now Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Get him, boys.
At the Niners' 31-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Go. Go.
And they take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cowboys, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.